Now, there's another image as we develop this picture of being highly productive and you being there. There's another image I'd like to share with you, and this is actually a physiological fact from karate. Your ability to generate power is directly proportional to your ability to relax. Now, you can tell me whether you think that's true about anything besides karate. See, what I'm trying to do is diffuse that image out there that more productive means type A, harder, faster, pressure, more work. Not necessarily. Hardly at all. It may mean you need to chill to increase your productivity. I mean, who's the most awesome opponent? Somebody going, or somebody going, yeah. Right? See, I don't know if you've heard the sort of the Zen martial arts idea of mind like water. I mean, what does that mean? Well, you ever thrown a pebble into a pond? How does the water respond to input? Totally appropriate. You throw in a pebble, it does pebble. Back to calm and balanced again, right? Throw in a boulder, it does boulderness. Back to calm and balanced again. The water is not confused to how to deal with emails or voicemails or conversations with kids. Just doesn't. And also the water doesn't tense up before the rock hits it. It's not going, oh damn, there's a rock. Ah! It just goes, rock. Okay, cool. What does that have to do with anything? I don't know if you're aware of it, but the power in a karate punch comes from speed, not muscle. That's a lot more powerful than that is. You can measure that. That's why petite people can break boards and bricks. It's not about calluses. It's about the pop at the end of the whip. But the problem is a tense muscle is a slow one. So the high levels of training in the martial arts is more about balance and relaxation than anything else. Why? Because that's where speed comes from and that's where power comes from. And why is balance so critical? Well, if you have to change directions, guess how much energy it takes when you're balanced? Minimal. If you have to change directions and you're out of balance, you're likely to fall down. You getting the analogy here? And there's a lot of insult being added to injury out there about the littlest things that are just hitting people in weak spots, but they've been so overwhelmed with so many things, the straw is breaking the camel's back. And they're inappropriately relating to input and inappropriately relating to other things. They're bringing one meeting to the next. They're taking home to work and work to home. And so the ability to be with this and then that. How many of you manage other people? Have you ever noticed that one person you need to manage a certain way and the next 2 seconds you have to deal, now you've got to be nice to this person. You were nice to the other one, but hard nice. You understand? There's hard nice, then there's soft nice. And some of you, how well can you go that, and then that, and then that, and then turn and walk from the whole thing with a clean edge to the whole process, and then fully focus on the next thing that's coming at you with no residue in the process. You're getting the idea of black belt, what I'm talking about. And it's a very real experience to learn how to be able to do that. And much like the martial arts, it doesn't happen overnight. You can train yourself to do it, you can get better and better at it. So learning to be able to get rid of the things that distract you so that you have full ability to have all the resources at hand when you are challenged. That's a lot of what this is about. You folks understand that when they jump you in the dark alley, it's too late to train. And a lot of you are waiting to go back to work to handle work. And when you're back there in the day-to-day reality of it, you will not have the time and energy to get control of it. You need to do that ahead of time so that then when surprise shows up, boom, 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 boom. You're going to see, for instance, I'm going to model for you what it's like to only think about once a week. I only think about once a week. It's true, because when I think, I really think. I go through every open loop in my life. I look at every single thing that needs to be done. I park the results in appropriate systems that I absolutely trust I'll see at the right time and the right place. See, most people are thinking about how they should be thinking about what they should be thinking about, and they never actually finish the exercise, so they live in angst, as opposed to just, hey, get the thinking done, and then you go out and intuitively respond. One of my coaches, I'm coached by people, one of my coaches was a Miami Dolphins Super Bowler, and we traded coaching. I think that's the new world, by the way, peer-to-peer coaching. So when he started to get this, and he said, David, boy, no kidding. He said, guess what? Guess where the last place in the world that you have the ability to think? On the field. You need to have thought all week and think and train and get ready and train and get the responses and think options and figure da-da-da-da. Because when the whistle blows and you're out there, you have anybody who thinks is dead. You have to be free to intuitively respond. And the same is true with your work. You have to be free to intuitively respond to the voicemails you're going to check on the break and to the next day you're going to walk into. But that doesn't come free. If you think you're going to do that in the middle of that, that's not the time to do that. It needs to be prepared ahead of time. So again, more to the martial arts analogies here, get an idea of what it would be like to do that on a consistent basis so you're more prepared.